How are Black women triumphant? How are we not? We win at everything we put our hand to, pretty much. Obviously, it's your own skill set and how you're wired, but I feel like once we put our mind to it, we win.
I guess I would have to say that my life growing up as a Black girl, growing into a Black woman in this culture, and at the time that I did was very interesting, especially when you grow up Black, but you are not, you are a racially ambiguous Black person. In other words, someone who can be mistaken for other ethnic groups, which I often have been. And it really was literally like walking a fence, being in the middle, being not white enough for whites, but being not Black enough for some Blacks. So, the difference being that the white racism would just make me very angry, but Black racism hurts.
So I think growing up there were a lot of us Black girls who felt like we weren't real Black girls because we didn't speak a certain way or act a certain way or dress a certain way. And so we were kind of like pushed to the fringes and rejected, or like told that we wanted to be white, or that we, didn't quite fit the bill for what a Black girl was supposed to be. And so you started repressing parts of yourself or hiding parts of yourself that weren't considered to be like the status quo for Blackness.
Around some of the Black girls and the Black guys, to them I talk white. And to some of the white people, like, okay, you're Black, but you talk white. It's like I was trying to be someone I'm not, but I'm just being me. I can't control who I am. So, that kind of shaped me, and with society, how I felt, I really started seeing racism during that time. So that kind of, put a damper on my life. It kind of felt like, well, where do I belong?
And I talk about being taught not to accept certain parts of myself. It's like a two-sided coin, because then in my mind, the parts of Black culture that I wasn't, I made the enemy. And so I started, thinking like, oh, people who talk a certain way, they're ghetto and I'm better than that. And these were all like subconscious lessons that I was, being taught in my environment, but also like repeating back to myself just because of the things that I was experiencing and the ways in which I felt like I didn't quite fit anywhere. And so there were just, I don't know, it's a conundrum. You try and find your place in the world. When you're younger, identity is such a big thing, and you know that you're Black, but people are telling you that you aren't doing it the right way, and it's like, what's the right way to be Black?
I think the biggest one for me that I've noticed is Black men standing up for Black women, or the lack thereof. I think because of trauma that is untouched, especially to Black men from either Black mothers or Black aunts, or just, people around them, they've grown to really hate or despise or just tolerate Black women. And the support that you see from Black women to Black men is exponential. And when you see the opposite, it's almost like, where is it? You see, of course, there are Black men who rise to the occasion and are down for us, and they would die before they see us die. But I feel like it's very few. And it's disheartening.
Isolation is definitely something that I feel like the separation of us not really being together, that's an issue. And if we are not together, it is easy for someone to come and infiltrate any group of people or system. And I feel like until we can get to the point of resolving that issue, we will always face the issue that we're dealing with now.